So again, like Kane, would you call Harry Kane a club legend? He's part of the Spurs academy, went on loan and stuff like that, but he's basically been the team for the last 5, 6 years now. Apart from the fact that the move didn't go through, but assuming the move did go through to Manchester City, at that point, does Kane still come across as a Tottenham legend?
If he's breaking records for Tottenham, not something that they are like winning or something, winning the league or whatever. He's breaking individual records. Being what, goal scorer of the season for like 2 seasons or three at the most. If that makes him a club legend, then so be it. I mean, Tottenham, for their standards or their high standards currently, they should have won something, right? With Kane scoring so many, assisting so many, but there's no output to that. Like, you can't really translate any sort of magic that Harry Kane did to, like, for them to win the league or win any kind of silverware.
But then, I mean,
So
that's the point, right? Does a club legend necessarily have to have silverware associated with that position? Because I mean, you argue that Cesc Fabregas is hands down an Arsenal club legend. We didn't really win a whole lot while he was there.
again, we won something. Harry Kane has won nothing. There's a difference. See, the simplest logic being Cesc was like quite way too young when he started off, and every level he was like beyond his peers, beyond good for a 16-year-old, beyond better for an 18-year-old, then a club captain. I mean, he pulled the club through, although we did not translate those to wins, but Harry's had
No, but
more
Cesc,
impact.
Cesc, Cesc still had a good squad around him. It's not like, I mean, I agree to the point where he was the linchpin and he made things happen, but he still had a very good team around him. And again, to the
So,
point
do
where,
you
like,
say you're saying that Modric wasn't good enough? I mean, Harry Kane had Modric, Luka Modric. Harry Kane has
no, I mean,
had Gareth
he
Bale.
also had Christian Eriksen,
He
Human
had
Song was
Christian
there with
Eriksen. He
him.
had Gareth Bale. And
But that's what I'm saying. Like, is because by all standards, Harry Kane is easily one of the top five strikers in the world right now. Okay, maybe even top three. But
contentious, but okay.
is you being one of the best players in your position in the world automatically enough for you to be a club legend, or does there have to be something that goes beyond that sort of solidifies? Like take Jack Grealish for example. Okay, now Jack Grealish, nothing with Aston Villa, left Villa now at like 25, 26 years of age. Would you argue that Grealish goes down as an Aston Villa legend?
I mean, he saved them from relegation. If that's not a big thing, then I don't know what is.
So in that
Last season,
case, Kane took them to a Champions League final. For a club like Spurs, that's a big achievement, right?
I mean, taking them to a Champions League final, it's not a difficult situation, or he didn't get themselves out of a difficult situation, or didn't win them the Champions League final. I mean, if they still did make the Champions League or did not reach the semis, it would still be the same. It's not impacting them big enough.
But that's the
Aston
thing,
Villa
right?
getting relegated, that would have been a huge impact.
But is
I
it?
mean,
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, is it more of oh he didn't get them over the line, or the fact that he got them that close to begin with, right?
it's obviously that you'll remember those who did something that translated into something. May not be a trophy always. Again, I don't want to fight on that point. May not be a trophy, may not be silverware, but getting them out of situations, pulling them ahead into something. And Harry Kane alone did not like pull them to the Champions League. Let's not even get there.
I mean, that's again like you can say the same thing for Grealish. Like Grealish created chances, but someone had to finish them, right? So it's not that Grealish alone did it, but he was a big reason as to why that happened. So I mean, that's where I stand. Like even if Kane would have left for Manchester City, he should have gone down as a Tottenham Hotspur legend because over the last half decade, whenever you think about Tottenham, you think about Harry Kane. Like that's for me is what makes you a club legend. Like you think about Arsenal, the first few names
Modern
that
day
come to your
legend.
head are Henry, Ljungberg, Fabregas even. So those like the moment you think of a club, and then the first player that comes to your mind, that in my head is that's a club legend, irrespective of what they've won or not. And then that also brings me to, because there's obviously also the longevity part of it, where the longer you are, the more you boost your, like someone like Mark Noble, for example, he is most definitely going to go
Right,
down as a club legend, even though in all honesty he's been fairly insignificant over the last 4 years, but simply
right.
for the fact that he's just been with the club for his whole playing career, he's going to go down as a club legend. And then you contrast that with someone like Gareth Bale now. Okay, not talking about Spurs, although even Spurs come into contention because he gave Spurs like 2 amazing seasons. And even though he was a youth product, was not necessarily a youth product, but he was with Spurs since a very young age. And then he's been with Real Madrid, where he has essentially been basically instrumental to 3 out of the 4 Champions Leagues that they have won while he
Exactly.
was there. So is he now a club legend for either one of those clubs, or is he one of those players who was possibly potentially the best player on the planet at one point, but will go down as not a club legend for a single club that he's played for?
So, so look at it at that perspective where, okay, he was not there for a longer period of time, and now there are allegations of him being ultra lazy, not being interested in certain things, being away from what the team does and be more focused into golf and other activities. But that apart, he's contributed significantly to the last 4 Champions League titles that they've won. It does make him a modern day legend. Does it make him an all-time great? I would doubt, because Real Madrid have had way too many all-time greats for them to like call Gareth
But
Bale as
but
one as
how
a.
many of but how many of them have won 4 Champions Leagues? Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, and yeah, give your opinions for this discussion down in the comments. There was a lot more in there, but we couldn't get it in. But if you like it, we'll do more. Take care, guys. See ya.